Welcome to Gladiolus in a wash tub. We are doing a test on Comfrey. I want to see the effect that Comfrey is going to have on these Gladiolus with not only the blooms. I want to see all of the root growth this fall when I go to harvest them, go to dig them up. So when this one was, the spike was just down in there. As soon as that flower spike started coming up, I gave it a good soak with Comfrey, and I've soaked this tub about once a week since they started blooming. Now, because of that, we have one, two. This is that is a nice, really nice example of the rod, the flower rod that comes up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. Now the flower rods are popping up everywhere. Yeah, oh wow, that's a gorgeous one. That thing is huge. So they're really liking the Comfrey. Now this isn't an isolated test with like an isolation group that's not getting Comfrey. I don't have, you can see I have a few gladiola here to start a much larger garden, but this is just a start. So I don't have enough to, these are getting it, these aren't. So they're all getting fed with Comfrey. Water them in the morning in the shade. Now, we are...
So pretty.
Yeah, they're going to be like multiple colors in here. Who knows how many colors we're going to get. We are doing a test where these get Comfrey and these don't. And that is the cantaloupe out in the garden. I have eight hills. These 4 are getting Comfrey. These 4 are just getting water. Rainwater, pond water, whatever. And you can see the cantaloupe that are getting water, those 4 are twice the size. The plants themselves are twice the size as the cantaloupe that aren't. The corn, they're just getting soaked every week. The tomatoes and green beans, they're getting a drink every week. But the cantaloupe, because I had two rows of 4 and 4 side by side, I thought, that's going to be a really good example of this is Comfrey, this is without Comfrey. Now all 8 were planted in really good dirt, decomposed mulch, which can be high in carbon, just wood mulch, and they had a lot of guinea and goat manure on top of the seed. So they're all getting a lot of nitrogen, so they're all doing good. But the Comfrey, the 4 that are getting Comfrey are just phenomenally bigger. They're just huge, and I want to see the difference it's going to make in, like, later when the heat here in Missouri, when the heat really comes on, because these are going to be ripening in 4 to 6 weeks, which is going to be, that's going to put them right in the middle of August. So it'll be really easy to take the water off of them for that last week, which is going to really bring the sugar into the cantaloupe. And I want to see how well they do against heat stress with and without. So this will be a really interesting test on what exactly are the benefits in watering with Comfrey fertilizer. Comfrey fertilizer is super easy to make. There's I have a video in
a couple videos.
Yeah, a couple of videos. One is the tea, which is Comfrey shoved in a bucket, soaked in water, and the other is more of the concentrate, which is just the juice. I have a bucket with holes in it, sitting inside, nested well inside of another bucket, and the bottom bucket catches the juice. So that's how you make the concentrate. The concentrate watered down with pond water is what rainwater is what I was feeding these. So if you'd like to see that test with cantaloupe, just look around the channel here. It's going to be, that one's going to be probably in Comfrey and Veggie Garden in those playlists. So like and subscribe, watch the whole playlist. See you next time.